Hey guys, I'm back with another action figure review, and this time we're going to take a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite series All-Father Wave Thor. And this is a figure that most people weren't really excited about because it's basically kind of just like a retooled Return of Marvel Legends Thor. And I mean, I have that Return of Marvel Legends Thor, and I will do some comparisons between the two, but I really like this one, and I'm happy to have both, even though they look very similar. Like, I'm sure I can find a place for each with two different teams or whatever in my collection. So, I mean, could they have found something else to give us? Sure. Do they have to put a big name in every single wave? Probably. So they picked this one, and whatever. Like I said, I like it, and we'll go through the review. I do wish that with the retooling they had improved upon a few things that they didn't touch, but that's just, they have the mold, they just crank it out. So I'm just gonna show you the box, and we'll get into the figure. And it's the same as the rest here. So, like Hawkeye, his has the Avengers Initiative logo on the sides and front, and it has Avengers at the top instead of Marvel like the previous figures. You got a big, I don't think I mentioned this on the others, but you got like a big A in the back there. Marvel Legends Infinite Series Thor, All-Father. You got art on both sides, it's the same, so it's Thor right there. Avengers Initiative. You got a shot of the figure back here with his accessories, and it says, "The Norse god of thunder crushes evil with his hammer." And then we got some, the wave down here, sorry, it's like blank in the middle of a sentence. The All-Father, so you got Odin and King Thor as options. You have the rest of the wave, and yada yada yada. So let's take a look at the figure. Again, so we'll look at the accessories first. He has, as you could see on the back there, he comes with his hammer, obviously, Mjolnir? Yeah. Oh, whoa. And it's literally the same as the one that came with the Return of Marvel Legends Thor. Looks nice though. It's got it's nice and light, so it doesn't bring his arm down or anything. It's got little cracks in it. Good dark wash there, top the cracks and everything. The hammer, the handle is like bendy, and it has this little hook at the bottom so that you can hook it onto his belt here. It just pops off, and then you thread it on. You push down here. And this is bringing back memories of I think Thor was one of my first like 3 reviews on my channel, the Return of Marvel Legends Thor. So if you want to see dorky Olivia doing her first 3 reviews ever, this was one of them, way back there. And I remember this being difficult in that review too, because once you pull it out, it doesn't like to snap back into this hole. I think it kind of just hangs there. So yeah, this hangs on the hook here. See, yeah, it comes and pops back out again. Gosh, come on, Thor. Well, hopefully it stays there. But anyway, it hangs on the side there. And then he comes with this sword, which has been a little bit of a debate among collectors. Is this for Thor, or is this for Odin/King Thor? On the back of the package, you see that Thor is, like holding it in his hand there. And it will fit in his hand if you, kind of like squish it in there. I find that, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but I find that lately, these Legends hands are like harder plastic. Not like hard plastic, but like they're not as rubbery, so it's hard to get some of the accessories in their hands sometimes. But yeah, it fits in his hand, and he can he can hold it just fine, and whatever, use it as a sword. But it does also look okay with Odin or King Thor. Give me one sec here. if you want to do that, I mean, you know, now, funnily enough, it looks like, to me, like Odin has smaller hands than Thor, so it might even be harder to get in his hand, but it's bending a little easier. I'm off camera doing this, sorry guys, but it's just easier that way. So yeah, so here we go. So just a quick glimpse at Odin here that I have put together. Yeah, the sword looks fine with him too, because Odin's about the same, just a little bit bigger than Thor, maybe. Not even. He's about the same. I'd say he's about the same height. He just has a bigger head because he's got this helmet and everything. And he's got a big beard. So this sword looks fine with him too. So I mean, it's up to you. I don't know if they really have in mind like this is definitely Thor's sword or whatever. So however you think it looks better, feel free to use it. So he comes with that. And on that note, I didn't mention the Build-A-Figure piece that Thor comes with. And he comes with... Does he come with the Build-A-Figure? Yeah, he comes with the right leg, I think. So that would be this leg. There you go. And again, you'll see this when I review the full Build-A-Figure. But yeah, so let's get back into Thor here. So, let me give you a good glimpse of the head sculpt. The head sculpt is obviously the most different part from the original Return of Marvel Legends Thor. That one had a totally different, like, helmet, and I think kind of a different face. Yeah, definitely a different face, I think. Maybe it's just the helmet making it look different. You can tell me when I compare them. But I like this head a lot better. I like the helmet kind of having these, like, feathers or ears, whatever you want to call them. I like how it kind of shows like less of his hair. I like how it wraps around the face. Really, is what I like. It looks more like a classic comic look to me. And the rest is like pretty much all the same. The arms are different. That's right. Sorry, the arms are this. Maybe the number one. Head and arms are the biggest changes. The arms are armored on the previous release. On this one, you see his arms. And he has some fingerless gloves here with some little wrist braces or whatever. So I also like that better, It's just like those two changes are like what I like better about Thor, or particularly this Thor. It's kind of like this is kind of like a really nice mix between that modern Thor and a classic Thor. I don't really like the classic Thor with like the weird like blue and yellow like boots and crazy looking stuff, but this one looks part classic, part modern. It's a nice mix. Is this... Sorry, I'm just thinking... Is this... It doesn't say Marvel Now Thor. This isn't Marvel Now Thor, right? This is just... I just call him Thor. Is this what Thor looked like? Maybe this is. I think this is Marvel Now Thor, so in the beginning of Marvel Now, when he was still Thor and not a woman, I believe this is the Marvel Now look, so technically it is the most modern possible, but it just looks better to me than the armored, like, arms. Armored arms. Yes. So, let me just, you know what, I'm gonna bring in the other one, and we can just look at them side by side as I'm talking about them. I feel like it's a little... I guess it just makes a little more sense that way, instead of me constantly referencing both, and one is out of frame. So, let me just bring him in here. He's very dusty because he was on my shelf. Had him on a flight stand, and had to pull him down. So, looks very dusty, but let's see if we can get these guys both in frame here. They're very big. So, yes, very dusty. And that's after hitting him with a can of air. A little bit there. Alright, put down Mjolnir here for a little while. Yeah? Yep. Okay. So, yes. He's leaning forward. So we got the Return of Marvel Legends Modern Thor on the left here, and the new Marvel Now, I'm calling him that, I think that's right, the new Marvel Now Thor on the right from the Marvel Infinite series. So, yes, you can see right away the two heads different, the arms different, paint scheme is different. The cape is the same, but his is a little brighter red. He's like a... navy blue and light blue theme going here with yellowish, brownish strappage, boots, and up here he's got all black with light blue hints on these straps. His armor is half black on the inside and half silver on the outside. Boots are black, gloves are black, and all that. So there's less detail on this in the paint because he's black. They just, I guess, didn't feel the need to highlight or anything. His is navy, but it's got this nice, like, highlighting and shading in the creases and everything. And the boots have a nice paint job down here. I don't know if you can really see that, but boots look really nice on this one. Even the armor is a light metallic blue, but it has like a nice dark wash going in between the creases. Whereas where he has, you know, the only armor here is on the leg, it's black on one side, so you're not really getting much out of that unless they did like a silver dry brush, like a dark gunmetal dry brush, and then this side it's silver and there's like no black wash. So I feel like this would look nice with a little black wash. This would look nice with a very faint like gunmetal dry brush. And this with a little bit of highlighting. And then they'd be like on par paint-wise, and then it's just a matter of which one do you like better. But overall, like, the attention given to them, he got more attention, and that's nice. But as far as the look goes, I like this one. So let me bring in their heads. Let me see if I can get them both on camera at the same time. And his bicep is twisted. It's bugging me. Sorry. It looks so uncomfortable. Okay, so let me see. Can I get you guys both on the screen? Can we do that? They've got these big broad shoulders that are making it tough. So, let's see. No, that is the same face. Just a different paint scheme. You can see in the mouth, the chin and everything, that's exactly the same face. But the Return of Marvel Legends has like a tan. He's got a tan going. His hair is a bit blonder, and his eyebrows are kind of blending into his face more than this one, but they're up in the helmet, and his eyes are painted way better than his eyes. So I don't know, it's kind of like, I like his helmet and his look better, but this paint on this one was much better. It's like when they did the Return of Marvel Legends, they must have just like really wanted to do it right because they were bringing it back, and now they're like, oh, everybody's buying us, let's you know, we don't have to work as hard, which is a little bit of a shame. Thanks a lot, Hasbro. You know, we're not going to keep buying them if they're crappy. But I do like his helmet better. I like it around the face here. So yeah, the capes are the same. His is just brighter. But yeah, the belt, even like his belt has like, I think that's supposed to be just like detail. It's, you know, it's kind of like, what is it? It's worn. It like looks worn in, and his is just, okay, it's a brown piece of plastic. And his thing won't stay in. Gosh, you're gonna lose your hammer, bro. So, yeah, I mean, that's looking at the two of them. It's really like, I'm sure by now, if you're watching this video, unless you're a new collector, you probably have one of these. If you are a new collector and you're trying to decide, you know, if the look is what's important to you, pick which one you like better. If the quality of the paint is really important to you, this one's got a little bit of a leg up. If, you know, you're looking for a particular time, yeah, like if you're looking for a particular time frame, like this is kind of like modern age before Marvel Now. This is, I think, Marvel Now. If you're looking at price, I don't know if this guy is still available at like a decent price or not. I remember like around the time when I first reviewed him, he was a little tough to find. I got him at retail, but some people were not able to, and I don't know if he's even harder to find now or what. He's, you know, you can find him at retail, so, you know, it's up to you. So, I'm going to go through Articulation, now, and it's going to be identical to that one, unfortunately, which is one of the points that I didn't particularly like, because, you'll see. So the head doesn't move, like, at all. He's got this, like, you know, head scarfy thing that goes down his back, that limits it going backwards at all, and forward it just doesn't want to do that. Side to side is, you know, okay. The arms will go up and down and around-ish, sort of. It's a little tight. He's got bicep swivel, just a single bend at the elbow. You know, they could have done something. They gave him new arms. So they could have made this a double joint, but I guess just for, like, these big figures, they don't for some reason. Like, the Odin arms don't have a double joint either, and quite frankly, I think they are the same arm. No, not quite the same. No, Thor has bigger, longer arms, and he's got veins in them. So I don't know what it is about these big characters that they don't like to give them double joints, but they don't. The range of motion's okay, but whatever. He does have a twist at the wrist and a hinge. He has this kind of diaphragm joint instead of a normal ab crunch, but I like it. I think it really works for Thor. And this particular diaphragm joint is good. Like, it goes very far forward like an ab crunch. It's kind of funny looking at it from the back. I didn't notice that before. And it does go a little bit back, but the cape, you know, kind of limits it. And he's losing his hammer. See? I told you. I told you, Thor. He doesn't have a waist twist because of that, so he just twists here. And he has, I want to say these are T-jointed hips. They go out all the way. It's a splits. They go forward a bit and backish. They twist up here. Got a double jointed knee, which is cool. And he has this boot cuff that kind of looks funny when you do the double jointed knee because it's not connected here. But what are you gonna do? No swivel because it's all kind of in one. And then he's just got the pivot at the ankle and no rocker. Oh, he has a swivel, but no rocker, which is a really kind of a disappointment. It was a disappointment when Return of Marvel Legends Thor came out, and it's a disappointment that they didn't address it with this re-release, basically. Well, retooling. You know, I understand this is identical. They just repainted it or recast it a new color. So for them to have retooled it would have meant, you know, retooling it. And that's another cost. It's a new mold, but come on. I mean, it would have been worth it to me, and it would have made it, it would have been honestly a little bit of a selling point, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's up, like I said, it's up to you if you're in the market for this guy or not. But for what he is, I think he's cool. I like the look of it. You know, I wish they could have, like, upgraded him a little bit more. Oops. But I still like him, and you know, like I said, I'll probably find a place for each of them in my collection at some point in the future when I'm able to have, like, you know, one Avengers team, or like a new Avengers team, or like more from now Avengers, something like that. And hopefully they'll each have a spot, and if not, that's when you gotta let them go, you know. But for now, I really do like both of them, and we'll see what happens. And that's it. So that's been my review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series All-Father Wave Thor. And hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next review. Thanks so much for watching, guys.